Hello and welcome to another day where we are connecting to people from the Bible era, the Angelic Realm, Jesus, Mother Mary, the saints, and of course God. And he is here with us today, and which is really exciting. He's been here most days when I've been doing these connections lately, so I'm really excited about that because I do love communicating with him because he brings forward such thought-provoking words. So if you're interested in hearing these thought-provoking words and always being up to speed of what he's doing and what he's thinking and things like that, then don't forget to subscribe and press the bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, again, don't forget to follow so that you can always know what's going on. And so, without further ado, let's go to God and see what he is saying. He says that he has an interesting topic that he would like to discuss today, and he feels that this is a topic that is important for mankind to hear. And he says that some of his topics, he feels, is controversial, but he feels that this one has a slight tinge of controversy to it. So he is hoping that people will take time to reflect on his words of today and not be too rash to sort of dismiss what he is saying, because he feels that if you take time to consider his words, you will see that these are indeed important words that he is speaking. He says that when he first evolved the world and created everything, and right at the beginning of time that we know in our universe, he says that he pondered over the idea of creating a man that would be equal to him, equal in knowledge and equal in ability of love and equal in so many ways. Because ultimately he says that his greatest wish was that he could have people around him that were like him, that he could enjoy the friendship and enjoy the knowledge and enjoy the thought processes of another living being. And he was very eager to create this man that he is talking about. He says that he soon realised that this was not going to be an easy task, and therefore he had to take man in stages and sort of evolve man on a more slower basis, because he wasn't sure that man was ready to receive the knowledge and the capabilities that he has, and he was concerned that it was open for abuse, because he says that not every man or being that lives, he says, considers themselves good or likes to do things for the benefit of other people, or sort of mankind or of that ilk. And so he's saying to me that he made the decision to slow the process down and create a sort of like a Neanderthal and go through the stages of life where certain evolvement would take place. And he's saying that he's reached the point now where he is going to the next stage of our evolvement, and he's saying that this is not going to be an easy task for him. And he says that with every change there are ramifications and there are consequences for the actions that he takes, and he has decided that although these are going to be difficult changes for mankind to accept and embrace, he feels that this is the right time and that he should embrace these decisions now rather than later. because he feels that if he waited, then he feels that there would be a more of a negative impact on the changes than if he did it now. It's almost as though he's saying to me, I better do it now because it'll be worse if I do it later. And he's just said that's exactly what I'm saying to me. And he's saying that and in this decision, he feels that the man will, he says, man will be very close to his ability and his way of thinking and his love that he has in his heart and his mental capacity, and he says that even though he's doing this, right now, he still has some reservations for some people. And so he's made the decision that some souls that are coming back to the earth plane won't have this ability. It will be a chosen few initially that are evolved enough to cope with this new improved way. And so he's going to restrict this growth to when people are ready. And he's going to take it on a one-by-one basis as he makes these improvements. He's been talking. He says that he's been talking to many of his friends in his world, in heaven, kingdom of light. He's just corrected me, and he's saying that all of them are in agreement that this is the only way forward, because even now it is open for abuse by some people, that they would use this extra knowledge or this extra ability in a negative way. And so what he's going to do is, as each person makes the decision to have a new life, he will, in addition to what is needed for their life and what he's going to give to them, he's going to also reflect on, are they ready for this new way of life? And so so each one will have an individual sort of assessment as to whether they are ready. And he's really pleased to be able to sort of let you know, and he feels that also it's good that you're warned, that mankind won't feel as though somebody who is born is unusual or different from them or concerned in any way, because he wants mankind to accept these differences and these new ways. He says, because if they don't, it will be a tragedy, a travesty, and a tragedy for mankind, because this is part of their evolvement. He's putting his hands together and making me bow my head, and he's saying, it is my greatest wish that all of mankind evolve, and one by one each person will be ready for the challenge of this new way of life that I will give to them. And I thank mankind for considering this new way of life and new changes that are about to evolve mankind in a way that has never been done before. And he's bowing his head again and he's thanking you. And so, do you know what's really interesting about that, those words that he was speaking, I think, is the way that he is has made a decision that not everyone is ready for this, but it has to be done now, because if it's left too late, it won't work. And that I think is the thought-provoking bit that I haven't got a handle on in my head. But anyway, maybe you have, and maybe you can put the comments down and see what you think, because that would be interesting. Thank you for listening, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.